How does a ratings downgrade affect a bondholder? And is there any impact of all this on the system as a whole?
Yes, there's a tremendous impact. A ratings downgrade affects a bondholder because it may dictate that that particular security can no longer be held by the owner of the bond. For example, let's talk specifically banks here. If I buy a security that has originally a AAA rating and that bond subsequently gets downgraded to below investment grade, for all practical purposes, I'm no longer allowed to hold that bond, or it's very difficult to hold a large amount of those securities, because it's fairly technical here, but banks are capped on the amount of below investment grade securities that they can hold. So what happens on the system as a whole is that if I'm a bank holding a certain amount of securities that get downgraded to below investment grade, and recently in the last 12 to 18 months there's been massive downgrades on ratings, I am now forced to sell some of those securities into the marketplace. Now think about laws of supply and demand here. If I'm forced to sell all of these securities, which now are below investment grade, and now there's other institutions that can no longer buy those securities for the same reason that I can't hold those securities, there's going to be a big disconnect. Huge supply coming into the market, lower demand. What do you think is going to happen? Prices are going to plummet because these bonds have been orphaned as a result of their downgrade to below investment grade.